I wanted to register for a long time. I've been doing meditations and everything, and wanted to come with my sister. And we found out that she had cancer, so she couldn't come. The doctor told her there was no way that she could come. And so I registered. And when I was asked if I wanted to be a Healy, my heart was wanting for her to receive it. But they were asking us to say what we wanted to heal. And so I'd been beaten up 2 years before by a client who went into a delirium, which left me incapable to really go for a walk. It was like a wall that was there of resistance all the time, and a lot of pain in my body when I was trying to walk. So I wrote that story to Agnes. And never thinking that I would be chosen, of course, you know. But the day of the healing, the coherence, she chose me, and I was just so profoundly touched. And so I went up, and Dr. Joe talked to us in such a beautiful way in showing us that we are deserving. And that's exactly what I needed. So I wasn't thinking about my sister anymore. I was thinking about healing my body and regaining, you know, capacity to work, to concentrate, because my head had hit really hard on the cement, and to walk, because it's the joy of my life is to go in the woods and walk, and I hadn't done it for 2 years. So when we came down and we were laid down, I felt, you know, this is my moment. And enjoy, you are deserving. Even if there was doubt, because I could see a woman in a wheelchair, and I came back to what Dr. Joe had told us, you are deserving. And so when he told the group to turn their hands, my heart just called those beings to go get my sister. And it was my heart doing it. There was no brain in there. It was a cry so strong. And I felt that they consented. And she's in Quebec, right? But within seconds, she was lying right there beside me in an embrace that I will never, ever forget. It was just so powerful what was happening in between the two of us and the whole room. And then they took her, and I could tell that she didn't want to leave the circle, you know. She was, they took her, and then they started working on my body, just moving it around. And I could feel, you know, my being shaken to regain the life that had gone. And my head was shaken. And the 2 walking meditations we'd done the day prior to that, it was just so painful in my body to walk. But I did it anyways. And the morning after the healing, I walked just freely. My body was so light, so full of energy, so full of joy and love, and of course gratitude. So, you know, the universe, I knew, was going to test me. So the next morning was the 4 o'clock meditation. So I came out early of my hotel, started walking, and felt someone behind me. And I knew I could see that man behind me, even if I didn't look back. And as he got closer and closer and closer, I felt his presence. He was coming for my bag, I think, because he was so close, and, you know, and I, like this, and I turned around and faced him. Normally I would have froze. Since the aggression, I'm always like in a paralyzed state. And I looked at him as if this is not going to happen, you know. And he said, he ran and said, "I'm sorry." He just ran. I never saw him again. But it was like I knew it was like a test as it was happening. It's So strange, isn't it? I could see him without turning around. It's like I knew he was coming. And before leaving the hotel, I had told myself, wait for somebody. Don't go walk out there by yourself. It's party time in the town, you know. But I went anyways, and I'm glad I did, because I would never have realized just how this power came back into my being, that I now can walk freely, you know, ahead of me, behind me. It's okay. I can turn around now. And so, and I know that I could go back home and work now too. It's just a knowing I'm ready. So I am so thankful. This is why I wanted to share that once my heart called for my sister, this is where the most powerful love came to me. To have given it, you know, it just changed everything for me, and this learning was very powerful. She wrote to me that she saw beings in her room, and I hadn't told her the story yet, and she was in Quebec, Canada. So this is the story, and this is gratitude from my heart.